story starts in my backyard in New Orleans. When the wind comes from the southeast, the fumes in the air are so strong I can't stand to be outside for more than a few minutes. I decided to call an organic chemist at the University of New Orleans and try testing the rainwater, but he told me even though there likely are hydrocarbons present due to the spill, they would be too dilute to detect. So scratch that idea, and my parents and I drove to a landfill in Mississippi, of all places, in search of another story.
County officials are still seething over what they feel is a lack of communication about using the Pecan Grove landfill in Pass Christian, Mississippi for waste produced by the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. BP has claimed that no oily material will go into the Mississippi area landfill, which is about 5 miles from the coast. Most community leaders don't have a problem with BP in effect polluting our beaches, bays, and estuaries, and then turning around and hauling that stuff and dropping it just 4 or 5 miles from the coast.
Hi, good day. All right, we're trying to find out, you guys dumping oily boom here?
Have what?
Any contamination here, like oily booms?
No, we're not taking any oil at all.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay, we just wanted to check it out. Thank you so
Okay,
much. We're
you're
just
welcome.
interested in it. We're just the public.
Okay.
Thank you.
Strike two. Back to the drawing board, aka my kitchen table.
This stuff goes inside the boom. See the stuff? See the plastic stuff? That goes inside the boom. What do you call this thing? Absorbent?
Soaks up all off the water.
What's it made out of? Plastic?
No, it's a material kind of repellent water.
Oh, okay.
It mainly soaks up all off.
So is it part of the boom or part of the skimmer?
No, it's just made. Go in the water, it soaks up all.
Wait, where do you think all this boom is gonna go afterwards?
Talking about a yellow boom,
All the boom. Where's it gonna go when we're all
they're gonna have to dispose of it. Probably incinerator at a hazardous waste plant. The reason I know that is I used to work here 1 years ago.
Do you know if they're putting it in Pecan Grove?
Huh?
Do you know if they're putting it in Pecan Grove?
I highly doubt it's going to come there.
Really?
I worked there for a couple of years. They
Yeah.
don't take nothing like that.
They wouldn't.
No.
What about the stuff off the sand, you know, that they're picking up on the
That's
beaches
gonna have to go to the incinerator too. It's a petroleum product. It's got to all go to the incinerator.
to treat it, huh?
Yeah, if you don't, well, no, they burn it.
They're gonna burn it?
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
burn it
okay.
off at the incinerator. I'm not gonna go out there unless I have to.
Really?
They call me up and I gotta go and they paying me, that's fine. I'm not gonna put my boat in that unless I have
Do
to.
you know how much they'll pay you?
Supposedly $1,500 a day.
Yeah, but how much can you make? How much can you make shrimp in, though?
Huh?
How much could you make shrimp in versus
Shrimping?
like if you had a shrimp?
10,000-pound night, I can make $3,000-4,000.
So it's like
No.
half of what you would make,
Pretty much.
pretty much.
It's a token.
I can't do no interviews. I'm under contract. I can't do an interview. If I do an interview, I get fired and sued.
Who are you under contract with?
With Parsons and BP.
Hold on.
Parsons and BP.
What's Parsons?
Parsons is a subcontract with BP.
Parsons Engineering?
I think so. I'm
So you
not
got to
sure.
sign a contract.
I had to sign a
Understand.
contract.
Why are they worried about you talking to people?
We're not supposed to. Actually, we're not supposed to say what we see out there. There was one boat in our team crew.
Yeah?
He did an interview, and the next day they deactivated him. I don't want to lose my contract. I don't want to lose my money. It's too much money involved. So it's just one of them things. One of these other guys might do an interview, but I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just a poor fisherman. That's all I am.
On a beach in Gulfport, I spotted in the distance what looked to be some oil or water sample testing going on, so I went over to investigate. But just as I approached, camera in tow, the official-looking gentleman began departing and declined an interview or even to acknowledge me. However, this man, identified himself as a photojournalist for the Associated Press, stayed behind and explained to me that those men had claimed to be NOAA representatives, but he suspected from the way that they avoided divulging information that they were really from BP. Other than sticking this flag next to a tar ball, we had no idea what they were doing there. Today, a directive was put out by the Coast Guard to restrict media or anybody from getting within 65 feet of boom, oil, or cleanup efforts without permission.
I have put out a written directive, and I can provide it for the record, that says the media will have uninhibited access anywhere we're doing operations, except for two things: if it's a security or safety problem. That is my policy.
Well, the Coast Guard today announced new rules keeping photographers and reporters and anyone else from coming within 65 feet of any response vessel or booms out on the water or on beaches. 65 feet. Now, in order to get closer, you have to get direct permission from the Coast Guard captain of the Port of New Orleans. You have to call up the guy.
Now attempting to call the Coast Guard captain of the Port of New Orleans to get permission to access the beaches, specifically Shell Beach. Permission to access Shell Beach? Okay, let me get a pen. Go ahead. And who is that? So it looks like we're already getting the runaround. And it's busy. It's probably a lot of people trying to access Shell Beach today. Still a busy signal. Goes off the hook. Not surprisingly, I was unable to get access to the beach or a straight answer without risking breaking the law. But these are the scenes along the coasts and marshes I did get footage of, only thanks to a friend at NBC News. The consistency of the oil varies from brown globs to oily surface sheens to viscous red.
Online research was done on the first generation of dispersants, which were, it was just like kerosene. So it jams reproduction, it jams DNA coding, it jams synthesis of respiratory enzymes. And our federal laws have not been changed to accommodate the new science. So our federal standards are not protective of public health or the environment or worker safety. And that is why we're in the situation that we're in now, where we have 4 federal agencies that are measuring air and water quality and are not able to find unsafe levels.
On July 5th, I received word that tar balls were washing up in the Rigolet Marina. The marina is rather inland and on a bayou far from the spill, in between Lake Bourne and the mouth of the giant brackish lake, Lake Pontchartrain. Nobody thought Pontchartrain would be affected by the spill. It would be impossible for the oil to travel this far, but it has, thanks to a little push by Hurricane Alex the previous week. Fishing ban has been put out today, yet people are still going out fishing. The oil puddles together around the base of the docks in one big web. The local news is standing by, and the residents are stunned to see the oil come out this far. This man owns a home on the bayou across the street, a home that is centered around a lifestyle of fishing that he is now concerned is going away, along with the depletion of his property value.
Basically tears the community apart. And people act in ways that they normally wouldn't. So this is how you get the suicides and the divorces and the increased substance abuse and the increased domestic
of those bad air days and why I can't be in my backyard for very long is because the ocean is being lit on fire. A quick and dirty fix by a reckless industry.